So of course the last bolt for the exhaust is stuck. The last one. Y'all know how it is. So I cleared a major hurdle on the Altima project today and got the entire old exhaust off yesterday and got the new headers on today. Been working on it a few hours every day after work. But I want you guys to take a look at these cats, man. This is the front cat. You can see it's just gone. It's like completely clogged and started to come apart. The rear was even worse. That's the metal part of the cat down there, the metal substrate. The ceramic part, I believe, was over it. So I think that completely came apart and came out. When I took the entire exhaust off, when I picked up the mid pipe, there was a lot of material that fell out. So both cats were completely clogged. And the oxygen sensors looked messed up when I took them out, so I just went ahead and got new oxygen sensors. And just kind of went from there. That's the rear cat. Doesn't look too bad from the back, but I bet from the front it's all clogged up. So let's take a look under here. You can see I got everything in. Wasn't too hard. The guy that I bought these from, he tried to have a shop install them, and he said there was one part, I think the rear, that left a big gap and they couldn't get it on. So I looked up the instructions tell you to leave everything loose as you're putting it together, and that's how you get it. Because if you don't, there's certain parts that aren't going to line up. They have to line up and come together slowly. So it wasn't too hard getting them in. The instructions I looked up from a hot shot who made these headers were saying that you kind of got to drop the subframe and remove all this kind of stuff. So I didn't have to do any of that. I was able to turn the headers a certain way to get them up in there. And since the oxygen sensors were so bad, I went and got new oxygen sensors, and I was even able to get them in with the oxygen sensors installed in them already. The only thing I had to remove to get the front end was this AC line right there. I had to remove that for the side, side flange right there to clear to get up in there. But we got up in there pretty easy. Not super easy, but you know, you had to articulate it to get everything in there. But it's in there. I just gotta, you know, line this up. I'm gonna have to loosen the rear exhaust because you can see how tight it is, so I can't get the gasket or anything in there. And you can see on the factory exhaust, the two rear oxygen sensors mount here. But on this one, since it got rid of both of the front cats and it has one sport cat, they put the oxygen sensor locations in the back so it won't throw a code. So I'm gonna have to lengthen the wiring from the new oxygen sensors I got for the rear. And the kit did come with a lengthening wire, but it's not enough for both sides, so I'm gonna have to get some wiring for the other side so I can lengthen everything. But VAS system gone. Well, the vacuum part of it, the actual VAS is right here. Off. And this is what that Vanos plate, delete plate, replaces. Two-part manifold. So those thicker spacer gaskets are going to go here, there, throttle body on this. And I still have to take this out. There's two gaskets that go down there, so I'm going to have to remove the fuel rail injectors and then take that out. I forgot to mention about the NWP kit is that it comes with this throttle body coolant feed delete. That right there. In stock form, both of these lines, the feed and return coolant line will go to these ports in the throttle body to heat everything up like in cold weather, but this is California, we don't really need it. So, and it's another heat soak source, so I'm getting rid of it, so I'm going to use that. Other than that, they also have this big bore throttle body kit that I might get for him later down the line. It's a 75 millimeter. I think this one's 70, so That'll add even more performance. You can see what it says right there. It's also for the 350Z and G35. They get about 3 more horsepower gain than this motor by using that. So I'll probably do that down the line for them, but I'm about to put the manifold on, and then got to get under the car, do the exhaust, and that should be about it, other than, you know, putting the cold air intake and all that back on, hook some things up, and should have this thing going by the weekend. The guy who I bought the headers from saw the channel and offered me a Volo chip that he has, which would be good if it works for this car. He said it was for an 05 and he bought it new and never used it, and he said I could just have it. So I looked up the website to see if they were reputable or anything, and it looks like they have some good claims. The only thing that kind of threw me off is it said the chip was for both the 2.5 liter and 3.5 liter. So let me know in the comments if you guys have ever heard of the company, or if you know any other tuning companies for this motor this year. This car's an 02, so I'll be looking around for that.